Hey, hey. So this is going to be session number 1, and it's going to be looking at releasing the tension between the shoulders. And as much as we know the symptom is showing in the mid-back, it's actually starting to come mostly because the hamstrings are tight. So this is just going to be a short 10-minute little practice, so let's get straight into this. Either bend your knees a lot and put pillows underneath your legs, and you're just going to tip forwards, and you might not get very far, but the idea is you just surrender. You might want to put pillows in front of your belly as well, and you can then just totally melt down. And we're just going to be taking some deep breaths in, bringing the chin in, and exhaling. Now the idea is that we totally surrender and we just totally relax our bodies. Let go of any frustration, and we're just grateful that we've made time to be here on the mat today. The more you bring your chin into your chest, the more you're going to start to stretch across this channel. And the mid-shoulder pain is very much related to our root chakra, which is to do with how safe we feel, whether it's financially safe, whether it's safe with how stable we feel, how grounded we are. And it's also to do with how we're looking after our bodies at the moment. So if we're doing a lot and not replenishing our bodies with food and rest and sleep and water, the symptoms are going to start to manifest physically in your body. See if you can deepen the stretch, but if it doesn't want to move, that's fine. We're just here for another 40 seconds. You're doing really well. And we slow the breathing down. So try and notice where the breath gets a bit stuck. See if you can send some love into that space. Very slowly, we're going to sit ourselves up, and you're going to lay straight on your back. Bend your knees, and I'd like you to drop both of your knees. So you've got two options. You can drop both your knees to the right and open your left arm out, or if possible, you can cross your left leg over your right, like you're sitting on a chair, and then drop the knees over. Either way, you're here for 2 minutes. I'll get my stopwatch. So left arm's open to the side. Head could turn to look at the left, and then closing your eyes. And breathing out. So if this is uncomfortable, uncross the left leg and just place the left knee on top of the right. And we're looking for a mild twist from your left shoulder all the way across to your left hip. And again, this one is directly crossing where that shoulder blade is, and it can sometimes bring up a bit of anger and frustration. So if it's coming up, that's a really good sign as well. So never try and push it back down. These things are here for us to feel. And this particular channel is linked to our personal power. So if you've been feeling perhaps a bit burned out or a bit stressed lately, or a bit worried, or you've been saying yes and doing lots of things for other people, again, it's your body's little way of knocking on the door and say, hey, you're not giving me the attention or putting me first as a priority. And then we can also go the other way and also attack ourselves inwardly if things aren't going or being a certain way. And we can sometimes take any anger or frustration and we can put it on ourselves because we don't want to project it outwards. So just breathing in nice and deep here. And just with intention, set any stress or frustration to dissolve and release. And when you're ready, gently bring your legs back into the center. If the legs are crossed, uncross them. And then we're gonna straighten the legs out for a moment. Lay flat, palms up. Close your eyes and just notice how maybe the left side feels compared to the right. How does your left knee feel? Maybe it feels lower. How does the thigh feel? I always notice this in my jaw, like my left side feels like it's totally relaxed and my right side feels like I'm got a high cheekbone. So this is all connected. So we're just taking 2 more recovery breaths here. And then bend in the knees. Move the hips into the center of the mat if they've gone over. And we're going to drop both the knees either to the left, or you can cross your right leg over to try and mirror what you did on one side. Right arm opens out and you're getting that, you're looking for that gentle twist, nothing dramatic. And sometimes this type of yoga can make us feel a bit frustrated, like we're not moving enough or doing enough, but yin yoga has changed my life, changed my joints, changed my posture. And it's also like a form of yoga for the mind, because it teaches us to still our thoughts, to allow space for old emotions to come through that might be hiding and lurking in the body. So any times we've rejected parts of ourselves or pushed them down, what we reject will come back up for us to integrate. So if you've been triggered at all today or yesterday, we need to get excited about it, which sounds a bit nuts sometimes, because it's an opportunity to heal something that we've rejected in ourselves. So be honest with yourself right now. How have you been looking after yourself? How is your energy? Are you treating yourself like that god, the goddess energy, or are you bottom of your food chain? So cliche, but if we are pouring from an empty cup or a cup that's barely got anything in it, how can we expect our bodies to be running the way we want them to be running? And if you've been pushing your body a certain way and living a certain way for many years, it's going to take patience and time to reconnect and to let the body trust us again, for it starts to open up like a flower. Coming back into the center, straighten your legs out just to rebound, and the rebound allows us time to integrate what's shifted in the body energetically as well as physically. So if your energy's been feeling a bit burned out or a bit scattered, set the intention for it to come back to wholeness, to be restored and rebalanced. Okay, one more little pose. We're going to roll onto our tummies. Bend your left elbow in line with your shoulder and left elbow in line with wrist. Turn your head to the right. Place your right fingertips on the floor, point your right elbow up, bend your right knee, and you're going to ever so gently heel your right leg and hip off the floor towards your left and it might go back, it might barely move, and just breathing in here, heads on the floor, just nice deep breaths. And you're looking for a sensation in your left armpit and left hip. We're just going to be here for a minute. Please don't force this one, because a lot of us, if we've got rounded shoulders, it's going to take time to unround a lot of posture, perhaps from childhood, that's now affected us into adulthood. Thinking like how we drive, on the phones. And one way we can start to really work through this is catching ourselves when we're slouching. And so, oh yeah, don't get obsessed with it. Again, it takes time. It's all part of the journey. You've just got 10 more seconds here. You're doing amazing. And the more you do this practice, the more you're going to be able to use your discernment to push yourself a little bit more, perhaps each time. So coming onto your tummy, put the right elbow on the floor, elbow in line with shoulder and wrist, turn the head. Set the timer. Left fingertips on the floor, left elbow up, left leg up. Peel yourself, looking for that stretch in the right shoulder, and just breathe and surrender. I like to do yin when I wake up after I've done my meditation and breath work, but sometimes it's also nice to do it in the afternoon or even in the evening. If you can do it in the sun, even better. On the grass, you are winning. Just watch out for little red ants. They can be a little bit of a challenge. You've got just 15 more seconds. You're doing amazing. Use the breath to deepen the stretch so you can breathe in deeper and slower. Last breath out. Coming back onto your belly. Very slowly pushing yourself up into a kneeling position or seated. So it's just a little mini yin to start your sessions. Sweep the arms up just to close your practice, celebrating the fact you've made space and time for yourself. Namaste. I'll see you in the next video. Well done.